Hi everyone, how are you doing today? Are you a teacher, an instructor, a professor, or a webinar speaker who need a whiteboard, a blackboard, a paper, a pad paper, a graphing paper, or anything that you can use in your online class to further illustrate your topic or your subject? That's not a problem, because for today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how you can have them all in your online class or webinar. This is Glenda Ganzon and welcome to my channel. Let's start. Let's jump into my computer. First of all, let's open our Google Meet and let's go ahead and start the meeting. Click continue and click join now. As you can see, I am now in my Google Meet. And for us to have a whiteboard, let's open another tab here and type Jamboard. And I'll go ahead and click Jamboard for Google. So this is what you can see in the Jamboard, and in the right lower portion of your screen, just click this plus sign and it will lead you to this fresh page. But before that, we need to share this page in our Google Meet class. In the lower portion of your screen, I'll go ahead and click present now. You have three choices here in the present box: your entire screen, a window, but you need only to click a Chrome tab. I'll go ahead and click this Chrome tab. And from here, let's click this Untitled Jam and share to our Google Meet. So this is exactly what your viewers or your students see in the Google Meet. If you get back to your Google Meet, you cannot see the Jamboard here, but this is only what it shows. But your viewers or your students can see the Jamboard that you open in another tab. So let's go ahead and go back to the fresh Jamboard. How do we know that we are presenting this Jamboard in our Google Meet? In the right upper portion of your screen, you can see sharing this tab to meet.google.com. And if you wish to stop presenting this, you may always click stop. But since I am presenting, I will not click stop. So let me just walk you through the different settings and features of this Jamboard. First is, let's click the background so that you can see the different backgrounds that you may use according to what is needed for your topic. So this check mark here is just a plain whiteboard. If we will check another, this dots, it will lead you to this sheet that has a small dots. It is good for like connecting something or drawing. If we click these rules, it will lead you to this. It looks like a pad paper. It has lines on it. It's good for writing. Another background is squares, and it has some squares on the sheet. Another is a graph, and it looks like this. It's good for like math subject. It has also a colored paper or a colored sheet here. And the last one is a blackboard. So the next thing that I'll be showing you is the features located on the left side of our screen. Let's start with this pen. But before that, so that you can see it better, I'll be changing the background into a white, so you can see it better. From the pen, you can choose to click pen, marker, highlighter, or a brush. Let's try the pen. So this is how it looks like. Now we will try the marker. So it has a thicker ink. Let's try the highlighter. And let's try the brush. So that is how they look like. Now you can also change the color of the pen, the marker, the highlighter, or the brush that you're going to use. You may choose blue, green, yellow, and red. Let's try the blue one. Let's try the pen with the green color. Let's try the marker with a yellow color. Let's also try the highlighter with the red color. That is how they look like. And you can choose anything that you want to use when you want to write something in the whiteboard. But let's try to use the blackboard. From the upper mid portion of your screen, this is expand frame bar. Let's just click this arrow and it will lead you to next frame. When you click the next frame, it will lead you to a fresh sheet again. So let's change the background, and this time let's try a chalkboard to see the difference between the whiteboard and the chalkboard. Let's use a pen, and of course we need to use a different color to write in this chalkboard. Let's choose yellow because this is more visible when we are using this chalkboard or blackboard. And one more thing, for me, it is better to use this one if you're illustrating something to your Google Meet because it won't be stressful to the eyes of your students or your viewers, especially when they are in their screen or laptop, computer, cell phone for hours. So let's try this chalkboard with yellow ink or yellow color. I want to use the marker or the highlighter because it will give you a thicker ink and it will be more visible to your viewers or to your students. Okay, so let's try to write. Okay, the next thing that I'll be showing you is the second one. This is the eraser. If we will click this, we can erase anything that we wrote. If you think you wrote the wrong word, then you may always erase them. The next one that I'll be showing you is the sticky note. So I'll go ahead and click this sticky note and it will lead you to this default color, which is yellow, but you may always select from these colors. You may select green, blue, pink, or orange, but I think the yellow note or the yellow sticky note or the yellow color of the sticky note is good enough because it is more visible to your viewers or to your students. So we can write something in here and save. So now we already have a sticky note here. If we click this icon here in the left upper side of the sticky note, you can rotate it counterclockwise or clockwise depending on what you want. You can also resize it by dragging this down. And if you click these three dots here, which is located in the upper portion of the sticky notes, you can edit this. So let's try to edit and click save. Again, you can always duplicate and you can always arrange the order. So you can choose to send this backward or to send this back, and it will go at the back, or you can choose to delete this. Okay, so let's put this sticky note somewhere in the sheet or the blackboard or the chalkboard. The next thing that I'll be showing you is add image. So if we click add image, it will lead you here. You may choose to upload and select from the files from your device. So let's select something from my device. So if we're good with this, then we can just drag it anywhere from the board or from the chalkboard. We can always resize this one by dragging this side up or down. We can always drag this anywhere we want by just clicking left and hold, then drag. We can also click this part here in the left upper portion of this image, and you may rotate it counterclockwise or clockwise. Also, if you click these three dots here in the right upper portion of this image, you can duplicate this. You can also put them in order, send backward or to send back, and you can also delete. Next is we can also search an image from the Google image search. Let's just click this one and let's try to search for something. Example, digestive system, and click search. So it will lead you to a lot of digestive system images from the Google search. And let's try to choose one from here and select. Once it is selected, it will be pasted in your Jamboard. So let's try to put it somewhere here. And just like the image and the sticky note, we can always choose to rotate this counterclockwise or clockwise. Or we may choose to duplicate, delete, or put them in order. So we move on to the next feature. This is circle, but you may choose to have any shapes from this. Let's just click and choose some shapes. Let's choose this arrow and try to drag it here. Let's just click and the arrow will be placed here. We can also choose to resize the arrow by dragging this squares here up and down. And if you click this again, it will lead you to these three choices. You may either duplicate, delete, or put them in order. And the next feature is the text box. So if we click this one, we will be having a text box, and we will choose which part of this board are we going to put the text. So I'll put it here in the middle, just beside the picture or the image of the digestive system. And from this circle here, you can resize it and drag it forward or backward. It depends on what size you want it to be. And we can also choose to rotate it in any direction we want. And if we click this one, it will lead you to edit, duplicate, delete, or in order. This time, because I will be typing something in this box or text box, so I'll be clicking edit and I'll write something here. I'll write digestive. And before I forget, let's go back to the shapes, to this arrow here. We can Always change the color of the arrow as well as the border of the arrow by clicking this shape. Let's go ahead and click this border color here, and we may choose to select any colors for the border. I want to choose red, so it will give you a red color for this arrow. And we can also fill another color for this arrow by just clicking fill color here, and we may choose any colors from these choices. We may choose black, blue, gray, yellow, or red. Let's try to choose yellow. Okay, so we now have this colored arrow, and the last one is the pointer or the laser. So if we click this one, we can now go on with our discussion and point anything that you would like to emphasize from this blackboard. So if you want to point on the image or the words or the sentence that you are discussing, then you can use this laser. In order for your student to have a bigger view of what is in your blackboard or chalkboard, let's choose this icon here, which is zoom. We may choose to zoom this in to have a bigger view of the chalkboard so that your students or your viewers can have a better view of the words that you are discussing. And for this clear frame, once we click this, everything will be deleted. Let's go back in our first board, this board, and if we will click this clear frame here, everything will be deleted. So we have now a clear frame. Now let's go back to our second frame or this chalkboard here. The next that we are going to do is to see what's in this three dots here. It says more actions. If we click this rename, we can now make a title of this Jamboard. So I'm going to type the title of this Jamboard, and I'll put lecture. And if we're okay with the title, let's go ahead and click OK. Next is we can either download this Jamboard or save frame as an image, or we may choose to remove this or delete. We can also choose to make another copy, and if we click updates, it will lead you to a box here, a help box here, and we may choose what updates do they have, and we can also send feedback to Google. The next thing that we're going to do is to share. It has a padlock icon here because this is private and this is only for me. But if we would like to share this Jamboard, then let's click share and get the link or copy the link. We can also change the link. So once we copy the link, it will be restricted only to people added and can open with this link. So if we already copied the link, let's click done. But take note that once we have copied the link and give it to our students or to anyone, they can always edit the Jamboard that we made. So let's try to open the link again in the other tab. So we can see how they look like to anyone whom you gave this link. This is the first sheet and the second sheet. They can always edit this or do anything they want. They may delete or anything they want. So in order for them not to edit the Jamboard that you sent to them, let's go back to our original Jamboard, the one that is shared in our Google Meet. We need to click share and click these settings. or share with people settings. The first checkbox here is editors can change permissions and share. And the second checkbox here is viewers and commenters can see the option to download, print, and copy. You may choose from these two choices which one you would like your Jamboard to be once it's already shared. So after presenting our Jamboard to our viewers or to our students, let's now stop sharing this Jamboard by clicking this stop sign here in your screen. So once you click that one, then it will also be removed in your Google Meet. So it's no longer in our Google Meet. So this ends my tutorial for today. I hope you've learned a lot. And I hope this tutorial is helpful for your online class and for your webinar. And if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please do consider subscribing. Also click the notification bell so that you'll be updated with my new videos. If you like this video, please share and give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. Until my next video, bye!